Mommy's YouTube channel!
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today's gonna be a little bit different. Today's just gonna be a little chit chat with you guys. Just talk about me and kind of get to know me, and I wanted to share some tips on how to get into nursing school. I know nursing's a really popular profession now, especially because people assume the money is great. The money is good. Nobody wants to be a volunteer, but please do not become a nurse because of the money, because if you become a nurse just for a paycheck, then you're probably in the wrong field. I really don't care about how you feel about what I said. I said what I said, and that's that. Again, nobody wants to be a volunteer, so every job people obtain is for a check. But if you're only working for the check and not caring about your patients, you're in the wrong profession. Now, let's get started. So currently I am a LPN. I have been an LPN since June of 2011. I started my nursing career in San Antonio, Texas. Shout out to Galen College of Nursing, which is where I went for my LVN. And my first job was in the emergency room at Mission Trail Baptist Hospital in San Antonio. I was in LVN school probably 11 months. Yeah, give or take 11 months. And I graduated May the 4th, took my NCLEX June 15th. And I went straight into the emergency room right out of school. I stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning, worried about if I had passed the NCLEX. And I just looked for jobs. And it popped up emergency room. And I knew I wanted to work in the emergency room, so I made sure when I applied for that job, I got my ass up the next day. Even though I didn't go to bed until 3:30, I got up the next day at 6:45. Got ready, put on interview clothes, took my resume to Southeast Baptist. The ceiling was probably like right here. And I asked for the clinical manager, and I was like, hey, I just finished LVN school. I really want to work in the emergency room. And she took my resume and called the manager at their new hospital, and they scheduled an interview with me. And they basically hired me on the spot. They were just waiting on me to pass NCLEX. So as soon as I passed NCLEX, I let them know, and they called and they offered me a job, and I worked there for 3 years. But this video, I just want to share with you how to kind of get in school. Should you choose the LPN, RN route? Should you do LPN only? Should you go straight to your RN, straight to your BSN? You know, there's just so many choices when it comes to going to nursing school. I chose the LVN route first only because I had been a pharmacy tech for so long, and I really just kind of wanted to make more money. But I didn't think I was ready, or I guess maybe mature enough. I don't know. I don't know the right terminology, but I felt like I wasn't ready to go straight into an RN program, so I didn't. Levi, please don't chew on my camera string. Jesus, go away. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I wasn't ready, so I didn't go that route. I went the LVN in Texas. I was an LVN. I moved to Alabama, now I'm an LPN. So if I use LVN, LPN, just, you know what I mean. What was I saying? Oh, anyway, so I chose that route. In Texas, there were a lot more opportunities for the LVN than it is in Alabama. So I think that also makes a big difference in which route you choose. So when getting ready to apply to a school, you should definitely look at cost. cost is a huge factor, especially if you're older, if you don't qualify for financial aid, things of that nature. When I went to LVN school, financial aid paid for it. Now that I'm old, I have no more financial aid, and I have to pay for this crap out of my pocket. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to college when you're 18, if you don't want to go to the big school, don't go. Don't waste your time, your parents' time, and your financial aid. Now, so I spent about $17,000 going to LPN school. And like I said, it was about 10 to 12 months. Hey, get over here. Don't be looking at me with your mouth all crooked. Get over here. Sorry, y'all. Damn dog. Right now where I go to a private institution in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's not cheap. The total cost for me to do the LPN to RN bridge here in Alabama is about $28,000. So that equates to about $2,200 a month. If you don't have financial aid, but they have other programs. I got my payment decreased from $2,200 a month to $850 a month. So they do have things that'll help you, but I mean, that's a lot of money. So that does mean if you don't have a sugar daddy, a baby daddy, a husband, a girlfriend, a wife, some type of financial support system, yeah, it's gonna be difficult because you're gonna have to work. I do work full time and go to school, so that is also not really easy. So and I have a 5-year-old, so that's always fun. So second thing, because I've already talked about costs. The second thing is the type of school. They have profit schools, not for profit. You have, your major universities. They have community colleges, and they have private institutions. It all just kind of depends on your preference. To me, choosing a school, I looked at how much it cost, the location, how long it would take me to finish, and what prerequisites I would have to take in order to get in the program. I was living in Atlanta when I applied for nursing school in Alabama, and I applied to I applied to 2 schools, and one of them told me I had to take the ACT over because I didn't have enough points. I took the ACT in 2002. I'm not taking the ACT again. No, I'm not doing it. So I applied to the second school. I got in. I had to take the TEAS test. The minimum was a 53, and I made like a 80. So, I mean, that was a no-brainer. And they also offer scholarships as well for their programs. Give me 1 second. Okay. They offer scholarships. I did also get a $1,000 scholarship to the school where I am now for the very last semester. So basically that'll cover, I think, everything but like $40. So yeah. Let's see. They have LPN to RN bridge programs that can take up to 18 months to complete. Just depends on the school. So again, you do want to factor in the amount of time it takes to finish. Where I am now, I've had all of the prerequisites before applying. So my program, I'll be completed in August, and I started in October. So a little less than a year, like 10 months. It's a good program. The only thing I don't like is that it has no online classes, so I do have to go to class during the week and come home and be a mom and go to work full time and have time for my friends and my family. So that's a lot. What else I wrote down? Sorry, y'all. Oh, okay. Then the next thing you would look at to me is, do you want to get your BS in right away? Do you just want to go ahead and get your RN so you can be like, okay, I've struggled through this whole year trying to get my nurse's license. Now I just want to work and build myself back up before I go to school. You can always do that. There is nothing wrong with that. I hate the battle between the LPN and the RN. I think it's unfair. Living in Texas, I really didn't see that. An LVN in Texas could do a whole lot more than we can here. Like a whole lot. I could push IV meds. I could, give injections. I could do certain types of care plans. I could just do a whole lot more stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not looking in the camera. This dog, Levi, is off the chain. I have to keep watching him because he ran around. I probably should have put him up, but whatever. And in Alabama, you can't do any of that. Even with the certification, it depends on the policy. So it's just very limiting, and the pay is very, very low here. And living in Texas 10 years, the cost of living is much cheaper than it is to live in Alabama. Because there's no state tax, there's no tax on perishable food goods. There's just different things that equate, but maybe the property tax is a little higher there. But I don't own a home, so I don't factor that into my cost of living. You may factor that into yours. So again, there's lots of factors that could, determine on where you go to school. Where you live, what the money is, the amount of jobs that are available when you finish school. You may not, you may go to school in an area and there's not very many jobs. So you'll end up having to move to another town or another state in order to, make money. So you have to kind of determine that factor in. We do have a lot of students in my class that come from Georgia, and I commend them because I barely want to get up from my bed and drive like 12 miles to Homewood to go to school. So my classmates from Georgia, I commend you. I might even get a special pen or something for when we graduate for y'all, because there's no way. What else about nursing school? Discipline. You have to have discipline. It took me 4 months to even start my YouTube channel because I was so engulfed in my schoolwork that I barely even had time to do anything with my child. And that is definitely new for me, and it kind of make you uncomfortable. Nursing school will make you uncomfortable. It'll make you uncomfortable in your marriage if you're married. It'll make you uncomfortable in your relationship with your significant other if you're not married. It'll make you uncomfortable with your friends and your social life, your financial situation. It's going to make you uncomfortable, and you have to either be strong-willed and resilient enough to deal with it, or you really, I would even recommend getting a therapist, because nursing school is hell, and it feels like no matter how hard you study, sometimes you get that test and you're like, what in the hell is this? What is this? And I guess that's just how nursing school is. I don't know. Like, every nurse that I know, we all talk about how nursing school is horrible. And is it supposed to be like that? Is that the trend of nursing school, that it's supposed to just suck? I don't know anybody who went through nursing school and it was a breeze for them. They might tell you that it was, and it may have been for them academically, but I'm pretty sure at home there were some difficulties. This just is no way. But if you didn't have that, congratulations to you. But I just don't know. My school offers ebooks. So all of our books are electronic. It's included in our tuition. So I guess that's a good thing. The tuition is high, but it includes our uniforms and books. And books are usually the most expensive part of going to school. But some books you do need to buy. Always check out Chegg or Amazon to rent your textbooks for the semester. Because there's nothing like, I don't know, maybe it might just be psychological, but if you're reading something and you're able to highlight it, you might be able to learn it better. And then some people, not so much. Sometimes looking at the ebook and writing out whatever they need works for them. Gladly, our professors give us all of their PowerPoints for the whole semester, and we jot down notes as they're teaching. So that helps a lot. And I go to class right now. My schedule changes each 8-week term. But we are technically a semester system. We just change classes every 8 weeks. And it is a 3-semester program. So this semester, this is my second term of my semester. So I go to school Monday and Wednesday from 8 to 5. And then I go to 6 clinicals. They're on Thursdays from 7:45 to 3:15. And then one is from 6:30 to 2:30. So that just kind of shows you when I have time to work, study, and sleep. I mean, I'm off Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And like I said, I'm work full-time. A single mom. I have rent, utilities, groceries, something I might want to buy, so I have to work full-time. So that just shows you full-time is 3 days, 12-hour shifts. So that basically gives me 1 day off. So you have to be prepared to go to nursing school. Like, you can't just okay, I'm gonna wake up on Monday and go start applying. Mm-mm. 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 Don't do it. What else? Okay, so applying. Make sure that your school is accredited. Do not go to these career points and things of that nature that's you can get your RN or your LPN in 9 months and wow. They're going to be shut down by the Department of Education, and you're going to have 1 class left, and you're going to start all over, and then your class is going to transfer. Please make sure you check the accreditation, because you'll be studying your ass off just to be able to, I want to be a nurse practitioner. That is fantastic. But guess what? You're going to have to start all over because the school you attended was not accredited. And this school is not going to take your transfer credit. So you're going to be pretty upset with that. So always check accreditation. And also do some peer reviewing. Just kind of look online and check out the school and be like, oh, what are you eating, Levi? You know what? Dogs eat whatever. Check and, Google the school. Look at the reviews. See how the students talk about the school. Check the pass rate. You definitely do not want to go to a nursing school that has an NCLEX pass rate of 52%. To me, anything under maybe 85% is too low because they're not preparing you to pass the test that you need to pass to obtain your license. So you've gone to school for 12 months and, and I'm talking about an accelerated program. You've gone to school 9 to 12 months and you go to take the NCLEX and you fail. Even though you studied your ass off, you fail. So, you get a little defeated, but you brush it off, start over, try it again, and you go back and you fail again. Well, you're going to get frustrated because you've spent upwards of $25,000 to go to school and you feel like you're not prepared to take the test that's supposed to give you that push in life so you can keep going. So always check your NCLEX pass rates and your graduation rates for the schools that you're looking into. And again, make sure you make the right decision for yourself, whether you're going to do LPN, LVN school, if you're going to go straight for your RN, if you want to even, go balls to the wall and just go straight for your bachelor's. But I feel like the best experience for me was to get my LPN. And it's like a catch-22 because sometimes I do try to bring what I've experienced as an LPN into my schoolwork. And sometimes it has its advantages, but it has more disadvantages than advantages because hospitals teach you their way. Nursing school teaches you how you should be as a nurse right out of school with no hospital policy, no, hey girl, let me show you how I do this. You don't have anything that's going to cross you up or mess you up in how you do your craft. So it's interesting to say the least. Also, as you guys know, my hair is short and I look a mess. I ain't get no haircut yet. Look at this, y'all. And I'm able to wear my hair blonde in school, so that was nice. But if you are the type of girl that loves to get her nails done and her weave down to her ankles in bright purple, you're going to have to stop for at least 9 months, maybe 12, depending on where you go. That nursing school dress code is very strict. They will send you home. And I have a nose ring. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm sorry, my face ashy. I don't care. But this is a clear retainer. So if you can't see it, I mean, it's doing its job. But I do have a piercing, and they do allow me to wear like a little retainer to keep the hole open. Because if I take this out, it's going to close like that. And I've had it 2 years. And I'm not going to get it pierced again. It's like my 4th nose piercing because I keep going back to school. This is my 2nd time going back to a bridge program because I started in July 2015, I think. Yeah, July 2015. And my dad died in October. And I failed med surg by like 1/10 of a point. And they don't round. So I needed a 74 to pass, and they made a 73.9. And I even went all the way through to appeal it, and they denied it. So I repeated it, and I took it again. I passed. So I made it to pretty much my very last med-surg class. And my sister-in-law passed away in August. And I failed that class by 2/10 of a point. So they dismissed me from the program even after appealing, and the reason, you can't help when people die and you have to miss. That's just crazy. I think the other thing I really don't like about nurse school is they are not realistic. I understand that they want you to learn how to be punctual and how you shouldn't call out and you shouldn't be absent, but there are things in life that cannot be controlled. And I feel like nursing school has no wiggle room or give for that. And I just think it's unfair to those who don't have very much family or support. So nursing school has lots of pros, but that's definitely a con for me because even at your workplace, they have a policy for calling out or missing work and bereavement. So nursing school should not be any different. But I digress because they failed me because I missed 2 consecutive classes. But hey, next time make sure I let my family know not to die while I'm in school. Okay. So, what else? I have a list on my phone, y'all. Sorry. I talked about the dress code, cost, making the decision between LP and RN. If you go for your LPN, LPN or LVN, and that is all you want to do, that is all you have to do. Don't let people try to persuade you to be a registered nurse. if that's something you really don't want to do. I mean, nursing for some is a second degree. You may have a degree in business or healthcare administration, for example, and maybe becoming an LPN will give you a little bit more clinical knowledge in order for you to get into a position like quality improvement, clinical quality improvement, infection control. You don't have to be a registered nurse to get in those positions. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to be, because most of, and I'm speaking in Texas. I'm not speaking for Alabama, because in Alabama, apparently you had to be a registered nurse to be a registered nurse to be a registered nurse. Everything in Alabama, you need to be a registered nurse. So, but for my beautiful Texas people that watch my videos, as an LPN, you have lots of opportunities. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't. And LPNs that bridge like me and going to be an RN. If you only want to be a registered nurse with an associate's degree, that's all you have to be. Don't let people, well, why you not going to keep moving forward? Why you not going to become a nurse practitioner? Well, first of all, if every damn registered nurse become a nurse practitioner, there ain't going to be nobody working on the floor. Everybody want to be a nurse practitioner. Half of these nurse practitioners don't know the difference between Docusate and Docalax. So, everybody not meant to be a nurse practitioner. Everybody's not meant to be a registered nurse that's bachelor's prepared or master's prepared or DNP, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Everybody don't want to do that. So people should stop trying to push that on you. So don't let people do that to you. The medical field loves that. It's like you just never enough. Oh, you're LPN. Why don't you go back to RN school? Oh, you're RN. You got your associate's or your bachelor's degree. Like, does it matter? I'm a nurse. Just like an LPN. I'm a nurse. Just like the registered nurse. Yes, you can push different meds. Yes, you can create care plans. Yes, you have different critical thinking skills. But don't let LPNs fool you like we don't have critical thinking skills, because we pick up on things just like registered nurses do. We just can't do anything about it because the state boards tell us we can't. So, this was really not supposed to be a rant. It was really supposed to be about school, but it's turned to a rant. But I mean, it's just life and how the nursing life is. This isn't to discourage anybody not to go back to school. But just make the choice because you want to make it, not because people are trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. And I think that's really it. Make sure you just take care of yourself. If you're already in nursing school, congratulations. You've made it through the hardest step, which is getting in. The next hardest step is passing med-surg. So congratulations for making it. If you are graduating soon, I am jealous because I don't finish until August. And I actually have a test that I need to be studying for, but I haven't made a YouTube video in 2 weeks. And I don't know, it's like my little therapy. YouTube has helped me get through a lot of things. It's very therapeutic to, make videos and edit them and post them, and I don't even care. Nobody likes them. I like it. So, it is what it is. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know some of y'all have graduation season coming up. The year has flown by because I could have sworn #grad season was just posted. And it's about to be summer again in a minute. Like, what have I done with my life? Apparently, nursing school, like, if I can get past these 2 classes. Right now I'm in nutrition and maternal child and pediatrics. I love the OB maternal child, not the pediatrics so much. I absolutely hate nutrition. Like, it's ugh. But I'm in 82 on my first test, so that was awesome. So that was good. I'm gonna take my first OB test tomorrow, and I love that class. So I'm just gonna review a few things. And I recommend everybody who is going back to school to either invest in an iPad or MacBook, or some type of computer. Don't have to be Apple. I'm just partial. Only because to me, it's easier to kind of grab your iPad. You can record your lecture, and kind of take notes on your iPad if you want. iPhone, I mean, or any phone, you can record the lecture, come home, write your notes out. iPad just, I don't know, it kind of cuts down on all the paper, because when they handed me all those papers for my PowerPoints, I was disgusted, because I was like, oh my God, it's too much paper and I got to keep up with this notebook. And the corner of my pages are folded, and yeah, I can't. My classmates be looking at me like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, girl. I'm dying on the inside. Like, get all this damn shit off the table. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my foolishness today. And you can ask me any questions about going back to school in the comments. You can hit me up on my Instagram page, which I'll post here, so you guys can go there and check out all of my awesomeness. I post a lot of pictures of random things, my son, the dog, sky, photography is my little hobby, so I try to, dibble and dabble when I can. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful March 10th, and see you guys soon. Bye.